it's Karen and I'm back with some more ideas with craft kit number 9. This is a really elegant kit. Hopefully you've already seen some of the brilliant demos. Do check them out because I know Alison did a live where she went through going through how to put the box together, and I'm just going to show you how to create these, which are really fun. I mean, the kit itself is super elegant. It's got echoes of Art Deco, and I wanted to do something that would be really useful, a little bit of fun really. We've got wedding season coming, there is prom, there is graduation, even just like an interesting party, you know, one of the big 50, 40, whatever it is, and you just need something. I mean, these would be great as table decorations. If you've got a wedding coming up, these would be lovely as table favors. But they're really simple, so I'm just going to take you through showing you how to use them. I'm not going to show you everything that's in the kit because that's been done already, so if you want to check that out, do check the unboxing videos as well. So I'm going to show you how to make this one, and then I'm going to talk you briefly through how to make these with some ideas for others as well. So we'll remove these out the way. So this is the basic shape that you will get once you've die cut it out. There are some amazing dies as part of the kit, and I'm just concentrating on using a few. Now, I don't need this bit here, so I cut that out, and I don't need this bit here either, so we'll get rid of that. So when you've put them, the reason I haven't put it all together is because it's much easier to decorate when it's flat than it is when it's put together. So obviously I've just put the first two bits together. I've got my tape, or you can use wet glue, that's quite useful as well, and I'll just be putting it together at the end, but I'm going to decorate it first. So that's my basic box, and then we're going to just add some elements to it. So using, let's find the right die. Okay, so this is the die that fits into this little area here, and this is the die that I've used as the basis for all of the decorations. Now for the dinner jacket, I've just cut it out of a piece of black. Let's find my piece of black cardstock like that, okay? And then I've drawn some lines on. Hopefully, if I bring them up, you'll be able to see, just so that you can see what I've done. So the central line that I've created is where I'm going to cut, and these dashed lines here are where you're going to score and fold. So once you've, I mean, I just did them with pencil. So all you'd need to do then is either using your scoring tool, or if you've got just a bone folder like this, and just get your ruler, and you're going to score along both of the diagonals. Now obviously, you know, you can take it further out depending on what, so if you want to create a cardigan rather than a jacket, you could cut further back, you could cut all the way down and have it completely open, but I'm just doing it in a really simple way. So get my scissors, once I've scored, and then you're just going to cut down the middle bit like that, right to the edge, and then we're going to fold back our score lines like that, and then we're going to use the bone folder carefully to make sure that they're nice and neat. Okay, so we're going to do that both sides, and then you end up with this. Okay, you'll have to excuse me sniffing. It's hay fever season early by the sounds of it, and I'm sniffing away. So we've got a little line here. I've just used gel pen to, I mean, obviously it's not entirely correct. It should be over slightly to one side, but we're just using it for effect. So I've drawn a line on like that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to line this up. Now you can see here, I've already cut a little hole, just punched a hole into the edge. That's for me, you could do it either side. That's for me putting my little sentiment, whatever I'm going to use. So I've done that already just for ease. So we're going to line this up, and then all I need to do is work out where it is centrally. Just make a little dot there, like that, because we're going to draw the shirt. So I'm just going to draw a straight line. Okay, which helped my gel pen wasn't running out. So when we put the jacket over, it's giving the impression that you've got the shirt underneath. So that's that little bit there. I've just cut out two little triangles which are going to act as the collars. Okay, so if we pop those on with some foam pads, just pop a little foam pad on each one. You could put them flat, but it just helps building a little bit of dimension to the box. So put the other one on. Okay, so we've got a little collar. So by all means, keep measuring back to see how it looks as you're adding all your different elements on. And then for the bow tie, I've just got some of the gorgeous glitter paper that comes with the kit. And it's a lot easier when you're cutting because it's sort of quite sparkly. If you just cut it, turn it around, cut it on the back so you can see what you're doing then. So I'm just going to cut a triangle to one side and then the other. So we've just got 2 triangles. Okay, and then obviously that's not entirely level, so just snip a bit of extra out. Okay, snip a little bit off the edge there. So we've got our bow tie. Okay, so I've got another bow tie here. So I'm going to add that on. I'm going to stick it down with some glue. Add the glue in the middle. If you bend it slightly, it will help because obviously you've got foam pads already down there. So pop it in like that. Give it a bit of a press. Obviously you'd leave it to dry. I'm just rushing through so that I can show you. And then we're going to add this. So just add some glue all along the back. There we go. We're going to position it centrally. Right, try and make sure it's centered. Okay, give it a little press. And then all I've done is I've used some of the drops that have come with the kit. These Nuvo drops here in caramel cream. Now, I won't put them on till I've actually finished. I did do that with this one here. You can see I actually put them on and I couldn't wait for them to dry, so I put my congratulations sign on and I managed to do that with them. So do wait until that's the very last thing that you do. So I've got my most of it ready. If you want to add some extra detailing, I've just cut out a little strip of black. I've added a little triangle to make it look like it's one of those posh little handkerchiefs in the pocket. I'm sure I'm putting it on the wrong side, having never worn a men's tuxedo. I'm not entirely sure. I should have checked this out really before I did it. So that's that one. Okay, so we've kind of got ourselves more or less sorted. Now we just need to pop the box together. So I've got this one left. Let me just take the top off. Why does it never come off when you want it to? And then you're just going to line. You've got a bottom fold line here and you've got the bottom fold line here. So you're just going to match the fold lines at the bottom, which when you're trying to do it in a hurry, it is easier said than done. And then match the top part there and just give it a good press. And then all we need to do is stick the ends down. So I've got that bit there, add some glue. There we are, pop this one on. The next layer, and then finally the bottom flap. Okay, so that's done there. If you want to pop in a paintbrush or your poker tool or your bone folder just to give this a bit of a press, make sure that it actually does stick together. Okay, so there is the basic box, which is coming apart because I didn't stick it down well enough. Right, so there's the basic box. What we've got to do now is do our sentiment. So one of the tags that you get from the dies in the kit will produce this shape. Now obviously I'm trying to create a bit of a sleek look, so I felt that that was just a bit too thick with the design that I created. So all I did was used one of the stamps that come with it, this lovely stamp set here. and I just stamped on here. So just put congratulations. Then all you need to do, you could do this with a trimmer if you want. I'm just going to use my scissors, try and carefully cut it one way and then up the other. Just depends how steady a hand you've got. So I've got my little congratulations sentiment, just add a little V in the bottom, and then using some of the Craft Perfect twine, just push that through. There we go. And then you can either tie it through and tie it to the top, or you can push it through both sides through the hole like that, and then make a little knot, which does look a little bit neater. Let's make a nice little knot, pull it through, and then just trim. There we are, you can see it in there. There you go. So we've got our basic box all ready to go. Now you can see that I've put my Nuvo drops through. I'm not going to do that because I think you all know how to put Nuvo drops on. I'm just going to talk about the other designs that I used to create the other boxes. Right, so if I bring the other two on. Now this one here was using the beautiful papers that come as part of the kit, and the design, you've got the inner cut. Okay, you've got this one, which will cut that beautiful shape. So I just put 2 layers. Now you might wonder how I got this shape. Well, once you've cut this out like that, that's the basic shape that you get. Excuse me. If you turn the die upside down and then you pop it back on, and obviously just add a little bit of tape to secure it, that will give a perfect bodice shape. Now I've kept it straight. Obviously, for those of us that whose waists disappeared a few years ago, this is perfect, nice and straight the whole way down. If you want to have more of an inner, so you've got a real waist curve, all I did was I cut a little portion out, or you could use a circle die, flip it over, and then use that to trace the other side. So if you want a shape, then that's nice and easy to do. So that's all I did with this one. I used one of the sequins that come with the kit, and then just add a little black strip, added my slightly dodgy Nuvo drops, and then popped coordinating Craft Perfect twine with my sentiment. For the bride, or you could have it as a prom dress depending on the colours that you were choosing, I just used some vellum. So I got some vellum here, and I was scoring it at 1/8 of an inch, or you could do it at 0.5 centimetres. Scored it, just make sure you've got a mountain fold as the last thing there, so it sort of sits quite nice and neatly. And then I just concertina folded like that all the way along until you've got the size that you want. And because it's vellum, it tends to stay where you put it, so it's quite easy to sort of manipulate it. And then I just put glue on each of these bottoms of the folds, and then stuck it on and added a little bit of the gold glitter paper that comes in the kit. That is the reverse of this paper. Okay, so that's how I create my bodice, by just cutting it out and then adding more Nuvo drops. And this time, you can see on here, I made a little vellum tag, because if you're using your Nuvo hybrid ink, that's going to go perfectly and will dry on your vellum as well. Now, the other ideas that you could use, I mean, if you've got, you wanted to do something for a granddad, you could create a cardigan, you could create a striped shirt. If you wanted to do something for a graduation, all you need to do, maybe lose the bow tie, you could put a normal tie in instead. Use one of the square dies, or just cut out a little shape like this, and then just pop that on with the colours of whatever school they're graduating from, and that would be a lovely welcome congratulations. You could use it to create a baby, create a baby. You could use it to create a gift for a baby. You know, the possibilities are endless. It's a beautiful box. and you can create something really fun with it. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this little look at ideas with craft kit number 9, and we look forward to seeing what you create with it when you receive your kit. Take care, see you soon, bye.